All right, everyone, hello, and welcome to the Counter-Strike Confederation A stream for tonight's quarterfinal match between the Mathematicians and Ronin. My name is Grigorovich. Will be one of your casters tonight, along with my co-caster and great friend Supreme, and a shout out to our observer Firehawk as well.
That was one of the quickest knife rounds we've seen.
That was very quick. I was expecting that to go a whole lot longer, but decided, and it looks like Mathematicians will be starting on the T side. This is
That
their
is
pick of Nuke. Our maps for the night, just in case you're wondering, will be Nuke and Vertigo, and then if we go all three, we'll be ending on Ancient.
it's expected that Ronin takes CT side. You want to start out strong, and on a map like Nuke, that's very CT sided. That's something that you'd expect.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll be going to the pistol round here with looks like a little bit of util and some armor on the CT side, and only 2 flashes on Mental for what looks like an A push.
It looks like they're just waiting to see if. Oh no, looks like they're going off of that.
You have two
Oh, is that a
players, a
fake?
couple players stacked up in ramp, so they may be falling off to that. Yeah, it looks like they
Yep.
will. We have 4 now players from Ronin on the A site. So they did pull the rotates off successfully, and Mathematicians, they're down on B. Pork Lady being picked off by Shushwo on the rotate, but Mental's here. Does he wait for the 2? No, just look for the 1. Won't get either, though. Shushwo finding the headshot. Well, down to a 5v3 on this first pistol round. The bomb does get planted. Zuck has a good position here, but he's not paying attention to behind him. Stin, as well, picking up one elsewhere on the map down to Mr. Miter. Finds one before he goes down, and that'll be a pistol round for Ronin.
Great job to draw the rotates away from ramp, and they took ramp for free, but the retake was just too strong. A few missed shots on the T side, and a few a few heads blown on the CT side. So
Yep,
one
that'll do
nothing
it.
to Ronin.
Bit of investment coming out now from the side of Ronin. You expect that with a win. Looks like a full save, so even though they did get the bomb down, Mathematicians will be waiting maybe a couple upgraded pistols here, but nothing too horribly well planned for this round, it looks like. Slow play towards lobby, and they'll see what they can draw out.
It's an interesting strategy. Usually, you'll see if the T side get the bomb down, then they're gonna buy up. But on a map like Nuke, you really do need a good amount of util, and they just weren't gonna get that. So, good
Yeah, no,
strategy to save and invest for the next round.
absolutely. Those execs can really make the difference between winning a round with even low util, with low guns, and winning it. So push will come in though. Butterdog there to line up 2, and B-Nog's on the back site with 1. Butterdog finding another before he has to fall off. 1 player on the site, and Bestos finding the kill. But
And
once
he
again,
picks up a beat.
can't do much against 4 other players, especially with guns.
It's a 4K from BNOG. You just made like 5 grand on that one round.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. That'll be good for them, give them a little bit of a buffer in case they start losing some rounds here.
Yeah, even after everyone buying up, he still has 5100. So next round, he can either buy up and up, or he can buy one of his teammates so they can force him to the round if they
Hmm.
lose. Ambassador's here with an op. Gonna be interesting to see this battle outside.
Is facing the scout on Icarus, so Ambassador's definitely favored here. Misses the shot though. Now that draws
Oh,
some
they didn't spot
utility
him.
out to keep pushing.
They boosted one on top of garage, but they didn't see it. Oh, he fell down.
Heavy outside
Outside smoke.
presence.
Yeah, outside
Ambassador's
smoke.
picking up the first one. Does find that scout player in Icarus that we were talking about. Couple rounds trader. There's a gap in that smoke. Stin watching it. Calls 1, 2, 3 down now. Falls off before the 4th one crosses, but the rotator is in.
Mental
Mental
builds.
getting the entry down on Butterdog.
B-Nog's
B-Nogs
gets
though on the
lurk.
rotate.
That's big. Oh, Shusho gets one free. Caught Zuck with his knife out. See if Lady can trade. Oh, he gets 2. This is a big round.
Oh, that was close.
That's
It
a
looked like Imbestos unscoped there right as B-Nox came around the corner, but he is able to fall back and get the second shot off to put
great job
Mathematicians on the board.
great job from Pork Lady, who we call Zach because that's his actual real name.
Yeah, of course.
Big shout out to him. He was off for the season, joined as a perm FA. He was on our team last year, and he's a great guy, great player. Big round
Absolutely.
for him to pick up 2.
Yeah, and on a map like this, you're going to need those multi-kill rounds to come out from players, especially on the T side, to get those openings and make use of them. Save round from Ronin coming out, a couple deagles, an MP9 on Icarus.
Missed shot from
But
Ambastos fails to punish Butterdog, who falls back to safety.
yeah, I mean he's playing these long angles, which once you know they're on deagles and SMGs, that's what you want to do with the op, so you don't get caught out in a close fight, because that's typically not going to end well for you. It can, but not usually. And yeah, we just see that down to 10 HP, Butterdog getting a little bit of damage onto that offer.
Susho and
Trade's
Ramp
going
is
the way of Mathematicians, though, as the weapons come out on top. Zuck falling as they go into secret. So it is a
full kill.
3v3. Possible here for Ronin. They will want to do as much damage as they can while they have the, not the advantage, but a little bit of a chance.
They had no ramp presence, so Susho was able to call the extra rotate over to help outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bastos
And
1 HP here. He does have the op, so it's... Ooh.
nice shot from Fox. Won't be able to make
Fox.
the second one, though, and punished for it. Still a
Still on the
2v2.
rotate.
Approaching the site from multiple angles. If they time this right, they may be able to catch one of these players off here, but... Oh, and Ambastos is still challenging. He stayed out in the open there after the first shot, but now he decides, I better get behind cover and plant the bomb. Mental on the flank finds the first kill, and now Butterdog, he has to be wondering if he's going to be able to survive here, and I doubt he will. With just the Deeg, though, he'll definitely go for a kill. Finds the first one, actually. Don't count him out just yet. Bomb well ticked by now, but
Save the op.
yeah, he could save the op.
No, he's going for it.
Looks like he wants to try for
Oh,
this
Mental
one.
gonna get caught out here.
Doors closed, he's going to stick it, spamming. Oh, pulls him off. Both sides
5
missing their
HP.
shots, but scaring each other away, and it will be Mathematicians to come out with the round.
He just needs to run.
Neither player coming out alive, so an expensive round for Mathematicians, but a round nonetheless.
A
Will be tied 2-2.
really big round from Ronin. That was a full save minus deagles. And they
Yeah,
managed
that's
to kill all
huge.
5, including the op. They do have enough money to buy up again the T's with the bomb plant, but one more round from the CTs and their eco is broken.
Yeah, it keeps them from running away with that economy. And, with the CT economy being the way it is, you want to make sure the T's are kept in check. Outside pressure put on by Ronin. Now I want to switch up the pace a little bit. It's like Stin pushing up to red, and a smoke close to Mini, to the front of Mini, to allow a little bit of pressure to be relieved on the CTs. Not much ramp presence except for Zuck creeping in here. May want to try and open something up, and it looks like they are going to start walking towards that side of the map. Shushwo ready to receive.
This is massive from Shusho. He needs at least one to be able to keep the round in contention. Does have potential for a multi-kill. He's a great player overall. Flash comes in. Another one. Missed. Splash comes in.
Oh, they check him, but these shots aren't coming from there. Shushwo and Icarus both pick up kills. The op from Hell finding one, and then
big kill there
then
from
Shushwo's
Mental.
position.
Pick up the op. Or to kill the opper. Where the other one is. Thinks of all the way to 6 HP. Susho's in big trouble here.
Holding strong in that position, though. He was able to stop the push even after Icarus went down, so fair play to him. And Bastos left alone with the op. We'll definitely be looking to save this again, like we were talking about. Their economy is pretty low after that five-person death on the last round, so.
Great job there from Susho. 6 HP, and he just holds long enough for Ben to creep up behind and get the free kill.
Yeah, that is huge.
Bastos is going to save here.
Shushu, of course, being one of the standout players for Ronin, has a 1.13 rating over the course of this regular season, and a 72% KAST, so that's a pretty big number. Definitely one of their heavy hitters.
Yeah, one thing I like about both these teams is there's no specific standout player. If you look at the Ronin, they got 2 players, 1.13 rating, like you said, and another one with a 1.12. If you look at the Mathematicians, they got 2 guys on 1.06 and 1 on 1.09. So really close, close players in terms of ratings. There's no standout player, that some other teams have. Again, they're going to go for a little bit more. But Ben shuts down one. There's 3 out here in lobby. See what they can do here. Pistols all around, minus the op saved over here. And Bastos. And Ben picks up another. Big kill there, and another one. Just like that, it's very doable. They have full ramp control. They're gonna smoke off hell. Butterdog here getting some information, but oh, is he? He's here. He knows the lyrics there. It's all about the timing.
Zach's looking towards the ramp. Is he going to check for the second one? Oh, their backs are turned to each other as they walk through vending. Oh, this could be disastrous for one of these two sides. And it will be Butterdog to strike first. Pork Lady now pushing up behind him and saves his team, or excuse me, Investo saves himself. But now they're pushing down a ramp, the rotate is in, and that control position is fully focused on
They don't know
their
about
exit.
it. He gets a free kill. And just like that, it's 1v2. Pork Lady. 85 seconds. He gets caught between two places, a rock and a hard place.
Ah man, it just came down to the timing on that one. I think both the rotate and the lurker knew each other were there somewhere, but they just didn't look the right way at the right time. And it just came down to who's going to get the first one, and that did go the way of Ronin. So we will see another low buy round here, Deagles and all for Mathematicians, wanting to save, especially since they didn't get any plant that round. Just trying to probably get a plant here, draw out a little bit of utility, and maybe find a little bit of a better plan for their next gun round. Mental hanging around with the Glock behind the smoke will be caught here. Stin finds him with the M4. Pork Lady now pushing up to control. A little bit of presence on the B site. Finds one. Finds one, as one is also found for Ronin on the upper site. But you know, with no support and no pistols or no guns, it's just difficult for Zach to hold that. So we'll leave Investos in a 1v4. Nothing to save, so he'll go for something. Actually gets a little bit of damage off of them. Took a little bit longer than I think Ronin may be comfortable with, but of course, they win the round.
Yeah, and with 4 guns saved as well, so only Shusha needs to buy up again. Great job for the CTs to try and build up a little bit of economy. Not the worst start for the Ts. Two out of 7 rounds on a map the CTs had it as nuke. Especially when a couple of them have come down to you know, just a few moments here and there.
Yeah, definitely. This late in the half, though, you do want to start winning some of those gun rounds. We are just over the halfway point this first half. So, you know, these next couple rounds will be really telling of where we might end. It looks like a slow default coming out from Mathematicians here. Looking for some openings, looking to see what Ronin will give them, and it looks like Stin may give one to Pork Lady here. Ooh, that's a nice tap. As he picks up the bomb, he also picks up a kill. And the play starts to focus towards the upper site. A little bit of util lined up on T-roof, it looks like. And that comes in. Molotov for top hut. And looks like another one for maybe back site. And the flashes come over, catch B-Nogs, but push is a little bit delayed. I have to wonder what happened there, but B-Nogs capitalizing on it, finds 2. Almost Butterdog finding the second, but Shushuo comes in for the final kill.
Interesting statistic here. In Prospect, the chances of winning a 4v5 are less than a third for almost all teams. Which the CTs were down 4v5, so really, really great job for them to not only win the round, but to have 2 guys surviving at the end there.
Yeah, that is big. Those 4v5s are difficult to come back from. The opening pick's so important. Small investment. It's time for Mathematicians. They will, looks like they got line up outside smokes, but Icarus getting aggressive with the op now. And that's something that it appears Ronin are being a little bit more comfortable with, is the outside pressure. Pistols behind these smokes is what I was going to say, but it looks like that outside push may be stalled, if not entirely abandoned at this point. Beautiful view of T-spawn right there.
A couple of outside smokes here, but they're not doing anything with it. And now that they've faded, Stin can focus a little bit more on the inside.
Absolutely, and he'll probably get a little bit of pressure here as looks like, nope, Investo's falling off, was going towards Squeaky, but the call possibly made to slow walk towards ramp. So instead it will be Shushuo to receive. Hears them coming, pulled out his gun, Not in time, though. Mr. Miter finding the headshot with that Tech 9 as they go down ramp, and they'll just be looking for a fast plan here. The rotate's already there. Stin and Icarus down on the site. Plant on the opposite side from single, so they will be covered. We'll be able to get the plant and fall off.
Good job from the
Interesting
T's to get
post
bombed
plant
down.
here.
Stin catches one
Possibility for
creeping.
something, but Stin finding the first kill.
Surely they're not going to expect Mental to be sitting in pen. Now that they're
Oh, but the
sticking.
bomb's on the other side. He may be able to get a kill, but he won't be able to stop the bomb. Won't even be able to do that.
Chooses to not get the kill and go for the bomb plant, but with the defuse kit, he was able to get the defuse, and the T's not able to get that kill there.
And that's just something you have to judge is, the distances when, it's not planned for you. Okay, how long do I, or how far can I cover in 5 seconds? And may have just been more beneficial to find a kill or two, but it was a good call, good attempt nonetheless for him. Reinvestment on Mathematicians, so we're back into a gun round. This 7-2 point in the half.
Still very well. It hasn't fallen way too far from the match. See what they can get done here.
Again, a very slow start here for Mathematicians. They're wanting to punish some of this aggression. Ronin trading off whether they're aggressive outside or ramp or a little bit of both. So it looks like they're trying to get some early picks here, some early crunch action on lobby. Just as the Mathematicians now setting up their outside smokes. Haven't gotten a whole lot from Ronin towards that part of the map, so a little bit of util coming up from Seeker. There is a player there. Stin picked up as he tries to rotate towards Mini to watch outside. Pork Lady also finding one, so that's a good opening there. A 5v3 now for Mathematicians as they fall down, looking like towards the B site. Coming down from ramp room, B-Nogs on single door, mollied off, opens it. They know he's there now. Can't really stop the bomb plant. That spot, bomb plant going down in Astralis. Peeks out, finds not quite one. Zuck finds one. Mr. Miter catching one as well. Down to Butterdog in a 1v4. Does have a chance. Nope. Picked off by the op of Zuck.
Trades favor the T, and good, really good round there.
Yeah,
Interesting
absolutely.
for
Great positioning. Great positioning for the T's.
Zuck to pick up a second op on T side nuke. It's going to be interesting to see how he can make that work.
That is, Nuke is not one of those maps that you typically, unless you're in an outstanding lead, and maybe on the CT side you would, but on the T side, double op is very, very risky, so we'll see what he can do with it. Sometimes it may be one of those desperation things, and you can't get anything going with the rifle, so just want to try something new at this time. Stin, very aggressive again outside. That seems to be something the Ronin are very, very appreciative of, finding his way into Africa. Won't be given anything quite by Asbestos yet, or by Imbestos, excuse me. But he will hear the scope of that player on the op. So he knows he's around here somewhere. He knows he may be pushing up shortly. It looks like a flash or something being pulled out, so that might happen soon.
Really good spot from Stin because it's a spot that's not always checked, and with an op this close, Stin knows he's there. He might be able to get a free kill on the upper.
Sees the shadow. Jumps up on top though. Oh, gonna swing out for it, and yes, will catch Imbestos peeking.
No one there to trade either.
Yeah, Porkley is a little too far back. Now he's just gonna be there watching for multiple players coming through, and Stin does elect to come through a little bit.
Not to stop,
Clearing
but
out all these other areas.
they lose
Playing
all
it
of
safe,
outside
though.
control with that one kill. Now they know that they have to be coming towards either lobby or ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Icarus with the op. Stin also did pick up the op from Ambastos, so let's see what happens here. Good first kill from Icarus. Can he get another? Susho does get one with the pistol. Porkley does trade. Missed shot from Icarus. That might come back to haunt him.
Now he'll look to fall down as Mathematicians start pushing up. They will take control of ramp room, but no, Icarus coming back again, finding one with the op to maintain control of it. And down 8 seconds now. Bomb plant has to go down, and it looks like it might. Yes, Stin allows it to go down. Oh, that's a missed peek from him. That's a misstep. Mental, flying around the site, not able to retreat. Butterdog will pick him up, and that will be a round for Ronin, but a little bit shaky end there for the Order of the Samurai.
Yeah, but a mistake there from Stin. There was only 8 seconds left. He knew he would have to stick it.
Yeah.
and chooses to wait, and then he gets caught on the second peak. So I mean, they do have the money to rebuy, so it's not a big deal. But that's an op that they just lost for for not much gain.
For sure. Yeah. Although they do reinvest into 2 ops, so someone is able to pick one up for him, and they had one, I believe, saved over as well. Double op now gone for Mathematicians, and the single op gone as well as Icarus picks off Investos, winning that duel. Outside smokes and a lot of running, a lot of contact comes in. Mr. Miter finding the secret player. There will be, some heavy util as he
Three.
goes down to 3 HP, but they will still make their way down secret, winning their outside fights.
I'm not sure.
4v4.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but the reason that Icarus got that free kill on Ambastos is because whoever threw that close smoke by the blue box on the T side missed. There was a little bit of a gap. Very, very fatal mistake there. And
Are
just like
you
that,
calling out my outside smokes, Supreme?
uh, I was calling out the entire NA Nades franchise, to be honest. I don't think I've seen a single good nade, good nade from anyone.
Well, that's what we do. That's our franchises.
Mental
Stick
here in an awkward spot. Just like that, Zach is in a 1v4. No bomb control. Fisher was going to see him here through the smoke. Icarus does get the free kill there. 9-3 half, so the Ronin have already won the half. But we'll see by how much. Again, this is a very very CT sided map, so it's not like all is lost. We've seen games come back from further down than this.
Yeah,
Icarus
and
does.
again, you have to imagine that Mathematicians, they're not incredibly uncomfortable just yet, because they are 3-0 on this map. So clearly they have something either in their up their sleeve for T side. Just like that, Zuck's up their sleeve, finds the jumping kill onto Stin to get control of ramp room.
That was a
But again,
big
I
miss
imagine
from Stin.
CT side will be better for them.
Big miss from Stin. Then Ambassadors picks up the op, and just like that, that's a 4v2 with the CTs. If Stin gets that shot, maybe he gets traded, maybe he doesn't. But it's a whole different round. And Zuck with the second op
Yeah,
picks
2
off
ops in their
Butterdock,
hands now.
and Mentos on the flank. Oh, Shushu heard him.
Here's the flank. No, he can't waste much time. Isolates the first fight.
That's very
Working on
big
the
to get
second.
that kill.
Caught reloading though, and Pork Lady will be there to punish. So
Of
that's a
all
good round for Mathematicians there.
of all the players that he could have killed, he picked the right one. Ambastos with the op. That's a lot of eco damage. They do have a good amount of money now, but Suck does drop over the op. It is a little bit of a damage, and just like that, Ronin also called a timeout to try and slow down the comeback at least.
First timeout coming out from Ronin, yeah. Timeouts, they are ahead, so it's not going to be a huge uncomfortable time for them, but maybe just a little bit to stop any momentum that Mathematicians may be building up from that kind of round, and just to reset, see what went wrong, a little bit of a conversation there happening, so I'm sure they're ready for this one. Icarus, though, no util on him, so he will just have the op. Gonna have to play a little bit safe with that one.
Definitely doable. He does have armor, so at least it's not a glass cannon. But
Hmm.
an op on a map like this, with such long angles, can definitely be a game changer. A round winner.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
let's see what the Mathematicians come out. It looks like they're lining up smokes for A site. Oh, Mister gets a massive pick there and manages to fall back,
And
albeit on
that'll
8 HP. He is entering though. Ben in a really good spot to get him one. There's one. Oh, he dies to the molly that clipped through.
Zuck was there to trade him, but yeah, the Molly helps him out, and Best was finding a second one on the op as well, and Zuck, there's his kill, finds the kill onto Icarus, trading weapons as he is the low HP player now.
Stin should be able to get
Um,
at least one if he wants to the smoke, but it looks like he's gonna opt to save.
Looks like he's
Uh,
gonna fall off, yeah.
yeah,
Low
they're
economy on them, so every gun is gonna be helpful in these closing couple of rounds.
low eco, and I think they have a very low loss bonus as well. So um, looking like a save round or a pistol round coming out from the CTs next round, but let's see
And
what
Bestos
happens
wanting
here.
to hunt, it looks like. Nope, never mind, just clearing out T-spawn for a safe exit.
Interestingly, the bomb radius is really narrow on nuke, but it goes all the way up. So if you plan on B, if you're in the middle of A site, you're still gonna die. Ooh,
Ooh, where did
Ambastos.
that shot come from? Man, I wish we had a replay, because that He was in
That was
T-spawn,
what?
wasn't he? My goodness, that was a lineup. That was some prep
Was
work
that a
done
Nolan
by
Bond type shot?
Embestos.
That's insane. We're gonna have to see a replay of that later on. Mathematicians are the ones that called the timeout. Last round of the half. They can bring it back to 9-6, which is a pretty respectable T side. So now that we have a timeout that's about to end, We'll talk about this next time. I want to get your opinion on some controversial pizza toppings, but
Oh, okay.
I'm sure there'll be several
I'm
more
always
coming.
down to talk about pizza.
I'm so hungry right now. Should have ordered some. Okay, so double
Mathematicians
upside again.
hungry as well for a last round here. Again, this is already a pretty good T side for them, like you said. But they'll no doubt will be wanting to keep their opponent off of double digits. Outside smokes early. Looks as they just set up, but Icarus and Butterdog aggressive with these SMGs, taking over the ramp room, and not picked up. Shusho finding a third one as well. Now, all of a sudden, very early round, 130 left, already down to 42. And that's a fast round there from Ronin. They really wanted to take control of the pace there. That's a great ending to the first half for them. Outstanding plays from them.
I was gonna say the Ronin had absolutely no util, and they had I think one or maybe two rifles with the rest SMG. So they're really smart to change up the pace and go super aggressive, which they haven't done this half, and they just caught all five of the mathematicians off guard. Really, really big round there.
Yeah,
And
yeah, huge round for them. They did, like you said, can't rely on the util, so well, we'll rely on our aim and speed, and that wins the day for them.
yeah, good
Second
half.
pistol round.
10-5. This pistol round is going to be absolutely crucial for the mathematicians.
Absolutely.
So they do have a kit on Zuck. Interesting to not buy anything else. He does have 400 bucks. Personally, I would have picked up maybe a couple flashes or a smoke.
Yeah,
Mental
yeah,
picks up
give
the
you the best
decoy.
chance.
So let's see what he can do with that. It looks like they're rushing out. How they going to call this?
Icarus
Hopefully he
finding the
managed
first
to get
kill.
one. Mister gets another. Definitely doable. Porklady is just a little bit worried about the outside flank. That's a big kill from Mental. That's a 4v2, and they do have a kit somewhere. Shusho's stuck on site, and Butterdog might get the win.
Oh,
Oh,
Shushuo transitioning from Rafters and Mustang down to Hut. Finds both kills, will go down. It's down to
Butterdog gets
1v1
one.
now.
This is
Dancing around
massive.
the site.
He's
Low
still
HP on Butterdog. Going for the knife. Does he not have any ammo? Oh no! Ronin coming out on top of that one.
That's an absolutely massive round for Ronin. They're down 4 versus 2 with no util. Oh my god, there was a massive double kill on the first player, and then the second player managed to waste enough time and enough of the enemy's ammo to bring that out. That's a very big round, and they're gonna have absolutely no money. So this is gonna look like 12-5 for the Ronin.
Yeah, and 5-man outside push, not being quiet about it at all. Icarus can line them up, finds the first one, struggles to find the second. Pistol starting to push and overwhelm him. They will find the first kill and pick up one gun. But Butterdog and Shushu are there to evacuate the bomb and move forward towards what they now know will be an open site, having spotted all of those players.
Might be worth for the CTs to save that one Galil. Wait, they don't have it. What happened to that Galil?
They don't have the Galil, they didn't pick up the gun. So Stin, going hunting, finds the first one, or maybe not hunting, but just picking off the 1v1s as they're given to him. Down to Zach with 55 HP and a USP. Nothing much even the best player can do with that, so Beanox finding the last kill.
Unfortunately, they only got one. And I think that guy had the SMG as well. So, or sorry, he had the Galil,
And the
so he's
Galil.
gonna have money to buy up.
Yeah.
Interesting that none of the CTs opted to save that Galil.
I mean, they did have like about 2k apiece, so they would be able to buy regardless. So I think you'd rather have that M4 than the Galil, but still interesting they didn't pick it up and try and
Well,
do something with it.
Stuck had to buy a FAMAS instead of an M4, so if he did have the Galil, he might have been able to buy maybe an extra kit or some extra util for that.
Yeah, for sure.
A bonus round for the T's. They got a Galil, 2 SMGs. Sorry, 2 Galils, 2 SMGs, and 1 AK, so they can see what they can get here. A little bit of outside util, and Bastos throw some counter util. ramp is completely empty right now, so let's see. A lot of guys are outside or in the outside area. Ben with a big kill here. Did he get the second? He does get the second on credit card. Mister, good job to trade that, but outside is almost lost.
Nothing
Mister
to
does.
hide their cross though, so Miter will get some damage and call 2 players cross at least. He possibly saw the third on the edge of that smoke. Zuck ready to receive. Ooh, swings out, doesn't find the first one. And now that's an awkward position for him. B-Nog's capitalizing on it as the push towards the B site continues to come in. Butterdog entering with the bomb. Interesting choice, will go down. Mental now on the site alone. Smoke coming out for single, that's a good play there. Cover himself a little bit. Mr. Miter to rotate. Looking for the first kill, finds it, and he get the second. He will, drops the bomb. It's a 1v1 now with Shushuo and Mr. Miter. That smoke will be fading here in a second.
Mister
Miter,
does have bomb control as well. They both have a little bit of util to use. Let's see what they do here. That's a really big 3K for Mr. Miter. Game was, you know, I'm not a fan of saying the game's done, ever. But you know, 13 to 5 with a broken economy is really hard on the CT side to come back from. So,
that would be very tough to come back from.
yeah, really good job from Miter to you know get that 3K. That's a 2v4 clutch again on the opposite side this time. T's are gonna opt for 5 deagles and Shusho with a full build of detail.
However, the buy on Mathematicians, even though they did win that round with a couple guns standing, 2 MP9s and a scout, that shows just how close the economy is to breaking. So they'll have to be careful to not let Ronin take advantage of the deagle round. And Mental starting things off strong with a kill on a ramp. There's a gap in that smoke, he knows it, and he's peeking through it. Trying to see if he can see anyone's feet moving around in there. Pork Lady making use of the SMG to build a little bit of money up, and looks like he'll find 1 kill as well. Play coming back towards lobby a little bit for the Ronin, but they have to be wondering how much they'll be able to get done. That's decent. Could have been a better nade. Oh, that looked like it was going to be really good.
Butterdog picks up 1. Zuck is there to put a trade. Picks up the deagle. Oh, Susho with another deagle. There's
always keeping things competitive.
A really good round already for the Ronin. You know, they got 2 picks, and they have bomb control. So let's see if they can pick off Mental and take lower.
Yeah, down to Mental here to hold off the ramp push. And we'll just be walking. B-Nog's looking at him, pre-aims it, spots his head. Won't fall off. Yes, he will drop now. Giving up some ground. But the flash still comes out, and now Mr. Miter's there with a M4 to hold.
No, he opts not to fight it. But he knows that they're down there, so he's going to be calling for the rotate. Mental here in a really good spot with only 20 seconds left. He lines them up.
He lines them up, finds both of them. They didn't check him at all.
It's a really awkward spot to check when you only have, you know, like 15, 20 seconds. But.
Yeah, it is hard. Those little things can kind of slip through, and once you're low on util at that point in the hit, little things can catch you like that. But Bobby coming in for them. Yeah, absolutely a solid round for them. Finding 3 kills on those deagles.
Interestingly, they have no ops when on the T side. Mathematicians opted for 2 ops, so let's see what they do here. Ambassadors does have an op. 1 guy with the bomb all the way at red already. This is big for Pork Lady. He should be able to get a couple here if he gets the time. There's 1. He only manages the 1 before Ben comes out with the trade. Mister does trade back, and they should be able to hear that 1 guy going down secret. And with that molly flying out, they know 1 is red. Zuck is in a really good spot here if he times it right. Dinks him. He only has 17 HP, but 2v3. Icarus here is on a lurk, so let's see what Ben decides to do. He might get timing here by Miter in heaven. Oh, he just walks away. Miter. Bastos knows there's 1. Oh, Ben might be able to get it. Oh, Miter.
He swings out a little bit further. He may be able to find this low HP player on B-Nox, but no, the bomb will go down on the front site.
Should hear it and be able to get the kill. There.
Yeah, he will. And with Investos picking up Icarus as well with the op outside, that'll be the round. And AK picked up now for Mr. Miter.
He'll be a little bit disappointed that Ronin were able to get the bomb down in that situation. Yeah, I think Miter, if you know, if he heard the bomb plant, I would have preferred him to be a little bit more aggressive to deny the bomb plant, but you know they get the round and that's what matters, and it is going to be a light buy or a save coming from Ronin with a full buy, full util, and everything for the Mathematicians here.
For sure. And with this buy, just kind of looking at the kills here for a second, remembering back to the first half, Mathematicians were pretty low. They were pretty spread out with only, I think, Mental and one other player picking up some kills there, but everyone else has picked up their game, so a little bit more competitive now.
Yeah, especially in a prospect, it's a lot easier to get kills on the CT side than T side. That's a big molly and a big nade. Not only did it cause a lot of damage, it slowed them right down. There's one guy down secret. Others are stalled now. They're gonna cross, and with no smoke and Bastos should be able to get one here. And he does.
Easily picks up Butterdog with the op. Stin always, again, these Ronin players always dangerous to the Deagles. Stin and Shushuo picking one up. And now a rifle in the hands of Shushuo and the bomb, so they may be able to get a plant out of this. Yes,
Oh,
they
big kill
will.
there from Shushuo. He's down
Fantastic
to
from
1
this guy.
HP, but just like that, it's a 2v2 clutch with one guy on an op, which is a really hard gun to retake with.
Both Ronin players quite low though, and one of them on a deagle, so still the advantage here, even if it was a possible 1v1 for Mr. Miter. And one spotted out now, but
Both
they're holding
spots
off a little bit, taking a bit longer, and Beanogs making it that 1v1 I was talking about. Picking up Ambastos, Mr. Miter finds the lowest HP player.
He does have a smoke in the kit. He closed the door.
Beanogs looking for a gun in
Defuse.
Vents, won't be able to find it on
Oh, it's really
the
close.
bomb, and he'll be able to find that defuse. The knife
Really
not
close.
able to accomplish anything. We'll get the kill though after time, after the bomb is defused, so disappointing there that Investos goes down, but again, they'll still be happy with the round.
A
But a
really,
very good
really big
round
round.
for Ronin.
Yeah, big round from Ronin. They killed all 5, so they're not letting the CTs build up their economy, and they got the bomb down, so they've got a little bit extra cash. That
Absolutely,
outside
that'll help.
util from the CTs was really really good. They got the molly and the nade to slow them down, and got the kill off of that. So let's see what they do here. They're throwing their default outside util, but they got one guy outside, and the rest of them are inside. Butterdog's full sprinting down into secret. They should hear that. Big test for mental here.
Absolutely lining up for a B hit, but Pork Lady spoils that, finding Shushuo, and they have to take some time to take control of lobby again. Which allows Mental and Mr. Miter to find kills on the other side, and down to Icarus and Butterdog now split the T's in 1v1s. Oh, but this is so
Oh,
great, and yes, we
yeah.
finally see a knife. We had hoped it would come out, and it does. Butterdog finding the kill in Vents onto Zuck.
Very awkward timing there for Zuck, but a free knife, and that's gonna give him an extra 1,500 bucks to drop an op if he needs to next round.
And this is still a doable round now that Icarus and Butterdog are working on connecting. Won't quite be there yet. They're still split by the floor.
Mental and
Uh,
Miter are both low. Miter's only on 23 HP. Let's see what this door's gonna make noise, so he's gonna have to go quick off of this. And one guy's sitting in mini. Cut.
Finds the op. They will
Really
get the
good
opening
kill there.
kill. Both players, though, spotted off of that. The Molotov coming in heaven to
Oh.
misses Mental just by a little bit, and he ends up smoking himself off preemptively. Bit of
So
a
the molly
misstep.
actually fell into the ladder. Like
Yeah.
awkwardly. But
Icarus, though, not able to pick up the 1v2. Does find the first kill, but Mr. Miter will ending up saving the op, saving the round. And now this is being a very close game. Mathematicians very much back in this at a 12-10 scoreline with that op and some economy now.
really good retake there from the Mathematicians. You had one guy in heaven, one guy come high, and the timing, the coordination was really good. But let's talk about that util usage real quick. The molly fell into ladder, and Miter preemptively went for the smoke and smoked himself
Yeah,
off.
it must have just missed
Yeah,
the hitbox of that area
yeah.
and just been in the air for too long, and that's what happens when Molly's in the air
I
for too
think it,
long, it explodes.
I think it actually fell into the ladder room, like the ladder hole,
Yeah.
and then it fell down. But it's really really awkward. That's a nice spot from the CT to sit in Mustang. It's a really hard spot to clear, and most of prospect won't know how to molly that spot off. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Pork Lady gets a little bit of a tag there. Oh, but he does get the
Oh,
free
he
kill.
finds the head of Icarus through the smoke. A little bit of spam
I think
damage
that's
there.
their top frag, is it not, Chris?
I believe
It
Butterdog
is
is their top
times.
frag, yes.
All of them have a pretty respectable scoreline, minus
Absolutely.
Stin and at the bottom, but I think he was entering
Yeah, but I mean those impact frags, you know, that Stin has
Mhm.
on, especially the save rounds with the Deagle,
With the Deagle,
he's
massive.
definitely been keeping it competitive. So showing up when they need him.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You could have, like 30 kills and have no impact, or you could have 5 kills and have more impact than everyone else,
Hmm.
right? It's really
Absolutely.
dependent.
Now it looks like an A hit being lined up for Ronin. That is where the defense is prepared for. First one, second one, like you said, Mustang, very good position. Zuck finds two with the
And look
Moss
at the bomb.
there.
The bomb's on top of the pipe.
Pork Lady once again being a very, very heavy player in this round finds the first kill through the smoke and then the second two to close it out.
Really good spread
Bring.
from ETs as well, 12 to 18 in terms of their kill spread.
Hmm.
The T's are more spread out. It's 8 and 22 as the top and bottom.
Yeah, a little bit
Nice.
more deviation there. Forcing Ronin to take a timeout after losing several rounds in a row. They'll be looking to reevaluate what they're doing. Looks like about 6 rounds in a row they've lost now. And like you were saying, the util damage on,
Icarus,
on some of these players, and Bestos at 213 and
Icarus with
16 enemies
125.
flash from Zach. So very well aware of what they're doing with those pieces of utility.
Look at the enemies flash on the other side. No
Yeah,
one in double digits yet.
not quite as strong.
Great to see Zach or Pork Lady doing some flashes with I don't know what I'm saying. Great job for him
Yeah,
to use
it's
his
good to see him
util
doing well for
effectively,
sure.
especially because he was a previous NA nade, so he's shaken off that rust and that lack of util that comes with being in this franchise. Oh, and Bastos might get a free kill. He does. He get another.
Nope, Pork Lady
Pork
there
Lady's
cleaning it up.
closing.
Finds two, finds three
Pork Lady
before he
finds
goes
3,
down, and
and
then
then Bastos with the
Bestos
double.
helping him out there. A little bit of a
Absolutely
tag team
shut
play there,
that
and
down.
so many T's getting shut down in that outside push.
And look, the T still don't have enough money for a full buy.
That's
Only
so
Ben.
demoralizing too when you call that timeout after losing so many rounds in a row and be like, okay, we have our plan, we have our new idea, and we're going to do that, and then you get shut down fast, and it's like,
Yeah,
well, what the heck was the timeout for? And now you have a hero AK on B-Nogs. Interesting choice to go
might
with
have been
that when you're
nice
so
buy
low.
there, or he might have enough loss bonus to buy up next round as well.
Hmm.
Interesting choice for sure. But we have seen stuff like that work.
We have
Uh,
seen, yeah, that have big impact, especially with some pistols upgraded around it. A
yeah.
little bit of util to get some space at some point in the round, but we'll have to see him come up pretty big in order for
Also,
this
this
to be worthwhile.
I think we're glossing over. Also, the Mathematicians are now tied with Ronin after being down 10-5 in the first half. Mental gets
Exactly.
a big pick here.
And that speaks to just how important the CT side is, um, to be able to, clean up like that.
Oh, that's a big kill there.
Ooh, but that's even more important is those 3 kills from Butterdog, Beanogs, and Shushuo. The trio from last season's championship team. Finding the bomb plant, finding several kills, and it's down to Zuck with low HP.
So
May
save
end up
minus a hero
saving
AK,
this.
and they win the round just like that. That's going to be a massive morale boost for them, and a
Yeah,
big
that's
morale
huge.
breaker for the Mathematicians. This series is all about the mental strength, especially on maps like Nuke, Vertigo, and Ancient that are all relatively CT sided. Nuke is really CT sided, so to be able to have the mental strength to be down 10-5 and then come back, it's really difficult.
Yeah, that's very important to be able to do that. Zuck finds the op. Won't be hunted too much. Um, one T player will be clearing out CT
He didn't lose
spawn,
one.
but
Oh, he didn't lose one. So two guns saved over for the T's. That's a really big round because it was a save and they had the
mhm.
lost not lost was the round win bonus with the bomb down.
Yeah,
CTs here are near broke. They after the buy they have full buy with only Zuck and maybe Ambastos being able to buy next round. So this is a big round for them.
yeah. Mathematicians definitely going to be looking to take back control, breaking their seven round win streak. And Bastos finding the first kill.
Icarus just switches his gun to knife at the wrong time. Ambastos
Oh,
gets
that's so
another free
unfortunate.
kill.
Yeah, Butterdog as well being caught. Looks like through a gap in the smoke. And Bastos very good on the op on the CT side. We've seen him dance around garage, dance around mini and outside, and all over the place, and he's finding impact everywhere. So that's quite good from him. Quite good to see that for the mathematician side.
Can we talk about the T's AKs real quick? They got some really, really nice skins.
They do. Some of these high tier ones. The Neon Rider, the Nightmare it looked like. And the Empress, one of my personal
Yeah.
favorites.
I feel like there's not enough good A1S skins, in my opinion.
You know, some of the lower tier ones are actually pretty nice.
They're decent. Like I like I forgot what it's called. It has a UMP. Let's see it again. Oh, this is big from Miter. He gets 2 and only with 1 trade, so 4 Ben. What can he do? He gets 1.
Forces
And Bastos knows where he is.
the challenge there from the T. We'll find the first one, but he's still stuck around ramp, and well, you can't hang around too long when Bastos is scoping towards you with the op. So finds the kill.
28, yeah,
Hide up
20 and
again
18.
here.
20 and 18 as an opera, especially in the prospect tier, your op is either on or off. It's really hard to be consistent with the op, especially when you don't know what the other team's going to do. I'm sure both these teams did some demo reviews and whatnot, but to be positive with the op is it's a good thing to see in this tier. Icarus also has a nice AK. Butterdog also. So I can see where all the funds are going. It's all into the AK skins. Pork Lady shows off one of his skins too. Print Stream with some nice hollow stickers.
Early util from Mathematicians here to pressure the lobby, which is where all these T's are gathered. They will be transitioned outside. Vestos missing the shot on the op. Outside smoke's coming in, so he will be calling probably for a rotate down towards the B site.
Oh,
Good nade, good nade. Brings Icarus down to 51, Phoenix down to 73. Before Pork Lady goes down, making it a 5v4.
Lurk? He does
Zuck
get traded.
finding one trade.
Zuck
Kills
does go
going the
down.
way of the T's towards the B site. 3v4 still very doable for both sides here, especially with that kill from Mental. Stopping the bomb plant, that's huge. 44 seconds left on the clock. Mr. Miter finding 2. Almost the third, down to Stin. 1v1 against Imbestos. Imbestos on the op. Will be rotating down, making noise. They know where he's coming from. Switches the AK, very smart from him there. Oh, but he's looking the wrong way. 2 angles to check there, and once you make that drop down vent noise, that was very smart from Stin. Very good play from him. Heads up to push out and try and cut the rotate off.
Yeah,
So.
Big Brain did not, force the plant there. He did have a little bit of time, and he knew, he can take that straight up fight. He did have the health for it. Like we said, right, he's only on 11 kills, and that round may have, won the game for them, potentially.
Yeah, it may have. It did force the Mathematicians to take another time out.
And they're broke.
And they're broke. They're especially except from Zuck, he can probably drop over 1. So they should still be able to get a buy out of this, but it'll be a buy lacking a little bit of what we'd like to see, the full util, and yeah, a couple MP9s and FAMASs is what they can pull out of it. So they'll have to hold the line here or fight for overtime.
Interesting choice for them to force into this, because the T's are on 14. If they win this, they're on 15, and the CCTs are broke. But they also could have saved and given up the 15, go for the overtime with more money. So let's see if it works out for them. T's are broke though, so if the CTs win this, it's going to be really tough for the T's.
Yeah, that would be a huge influx of momentum for the Mathematicians.
A little bit early.
Squeaky door blown open and a flash coming through. Util defensively drawn out to stop any push that may have come in, but was never Ronin's plan to do that, it looks like, just to pull some util out from them.
Really good
Butterdog hanging around in lobby, whereas some util thrown outside as well, but it looks like creeping back towards an inner push rather than the outside position for the Ronin.
If they're going to ramp, Mental is in a really good spot. He's boosted up on ramp. Yeah. Really good
Yeah, that's a
spot.
big
It's hard,
position.
very
That
hard to
frees up
clear.
the rest of the players so they don't have to tag team the ramp room.
I
Frees up
like
the
this
rest of the
setup.
players.
I like this setup as well. Zuck's on top hut, and we got a second guy on Mustang. It's not often that you'll see both of those positions played. So even if they molly top hut, yeah, they have another guy on top. Looks like they will go towards ramp and Mental. Big test here. Let's see.
Will he hold? Will he hold? Oh, they check him. Finds the first one. And the second one, that's big damage onto Icarus as well as Shushwell finds the trade. But that will be ramp room and the B site under the control of Mathematicians. Anyone down there, Imbestos is there at double door. Could stop this once he hears the bomb plant. Peeks out.
Needs
Oh,
that
he
kill.
throws himself outside the door, though. Shot from 2 angles. Icarus finding the kill. There's, oh, not quite the stop on the bomb plant from Zuck, but it is a 1v1 now with Icarus, and he has to be feeling the pressure. They know where he is. Nade comes out, brings him down a little bit more, and Mr. Miter cleans up the kill. That's huge, like you were saying. A round 1 on a very low and difficult buy for the Mathematicians. And
And now the
now
Ronin
you gotta
are
look
tight
at
on
the
money.
economy of the Ronin. Will be able to get a buyout, but now they're the ones that'll be struggling, especially with those AKs picked up on the CT side. That's so huge, and those are very powerful in defensive positions.
Really, really interesting to see those momentum, the little momentum shifts in the round. You see Mental with a quick double, to make the round doable. They take ramp room. And Bastos goes in, can't deny the plant technique. In fact, he dies. Zuck trades it, but the bomb goes down, and then Icarus is left in a
Yeah.
1v3. Very, very interesting to see how those little momentum shifts can change the entire round.
Absolutely. And
Still having
Ronin
some trouble here.
playing for overtime now as they do a partial investment. Hero Galil, not something we often say on Icarus, but B-Nox finding the first kill in the Deagle, and now he's in ramp room looking to find the head of Mr. Miter. Said it'll be Shusho to find that kill as Bastos
He
finds the
catch
trade.
he catches
Still
Ben
a
falling down.
4v3 though. Butterdog looking to recover the AK right up alongside of Bastos. Oh, trying the wallbang shot. Bastos will
I
miss
think he
it.
would have been better off just holding that angle, but uh,
He wouldn't have caught Butterdog anyway, and he does know the gun's gone now.
Birdog
Pork
goes
Lady
down.
alone on the site, being pushed from multiple angles. Oh,
Oh,
that's
what a
great from
big
Zach.
kill!
Find 2, does go down. That's difficult to find the last one, but big play from him
It's
makes it
very
possible
doable
for
now.
Zuck.
Oh, what a nade!
Right on through.
Ooh.
Oh, doesn't quite make it through the gap.
If that goes through, they both go down.
If that goes through, that's a huge nade.
Oh, that nade's gonna come back to haunt him. A
That
little,
is,
literally like three
especially
inches
as
higher.
Ronin.
3 inches
Partial
higher.
investment there.
They were both low. Both would have went down. Instead, he gets double peaked. Ronin on 15 on a light buy, and now we see the CT is also on a really really rough buy, and they need the win. That's 2 ecos, or not full ecos, but mostly ecos on both teams getting around with it. Let's see
Yeah,
what they can do
yeah.
on the CT side. Mental only has the CZ, so he's gonna have to find a short angle to play. Bastos takes outside control, gonna sit Africa. We got
Mental looking in the
two in ramp.
one and done position here outside ramp room. Like you were saying, looks for the kill. Stin takes him instead. Mr. Miter there with the M4 to trade, but he doesn't get the trade. Stin finding 2 openings towards B for his team.
Miter really
That'll
needing
call the
that.
play as they push down and hold the hut push with Molotov. So the
Mr. Miter
play
really
to
needed
come
that
in
kill.
towards ramp room now. And Bastos looking to maybe challenge, but difficult to challenge those long angles against a rifle with an SMG. 5v3 retake, and this is going to be very tough. Very
Very,
tough for Mathematicians
very
to
weak weaponry
pull
and
out overtime
no
here.
util. Yeah, Mr. Miter really needed that kill. He was the only one that had the M4, and instead of a 4v4, it went into a 5v3, and the T's have a ton of util. Got
Absolutely, and you just see all those Molotovs and smokes now dumped towards the ramp because they know that's where they're coming from. The flash coming in, might be
they
able
don't
to
even
find an
have time.
opening here. So many angles. Zuck finding 1 kill down to Pork Lady, finds the first one, but it will not be enough. And Ronin will close out the first map, 16 to 14. Great game there from both sides, back and forth, finding a couple close rounds, a couple eco rounds on either side. And this is definitely shaping up to be an exciting series with Ronin taking their opponent's map pick.
A really interesting last couple rounds there. You see Mathematicians forcing and actually winning the round, and you see Ronin forcing and winning the round. And then, then you see Mathematicians losing on that last round, where it really really could have gone the other way if Mr. Miter gets that kill instead of a 5v3, it's a 4v4, and you pick up an extra gun. So really really interesting,
Yeah,
end to the map, and that's what we like to see in prospect. The thing that we need to watch out now for is the mental of the Mathematicians, right? They were down 10-5. They made the comeback all the way and lost. 16-14, in my opinion, is the worst way to lose, to be honest. I'd much rather lose like 16-10 or 16-12, because when you lose 16-14, you're so close and then you still lose. Um, the only thing worse than that is losing in like overtime, or like triple
hmm
overtime like they had in
yeah,
Premier.
triple overtime like the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean you have to think now not so much about the in-game part of this game, but the mental part, like you were saying, losing your own map pick that close, and now you're on your opponent's map pick, and Vertigo, not like a map that Ronin have shied away from this season. They're 1-1 on it right now, and it is a big part. It was a big part of last season's prospect win as well. I know 3 of these players were on that lineup, so they'll have something planned on this, I'm sure. So the mathematicians have to be a little bit concerned now. Not totally out of it. You're never totally out of it until it's over. But as they just start to join the server, they'll be talking about what they want to do for this side, for this round, for this map.
Vertigo is Ronin's pick.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so Mathematicians will start on CT side this time, presumably. So since we have a break, let's have that chat about pizza.
We're gonna
So
have that chat now. Okay,
yeah,
we can talk about
what's
it.
your I'm gonna start off very controversial. What's your opinion on pineapple on pizza?
I'm not a fan of it. You know, it just it doesn't fit. I really feel like it just doesn't. Even when you throw ham on there, which by the way, I'm all for ham on pizza. That makes sense, but keep the pineapple off of it. You know, it just
See, the thing is,
I've never thought it fits.
like if you have a good quality pizza, um, then your pineapple works with the right toppings. You gotta have because pineapple when it's cooked, it's like a little bit meaty and it's sweet.
Hmm.
You need to have something that counteracts that. So my favorite topping is either like if I'm going with pineapple, I'll put either banana peppers or jalapenos because it gives that spice and that a little bit of that sourness from like the brine that they have in the pickles and whatnot.
Yeah, I will say I have a friend who loves pineapple on pizza, but they always put jalapenos on it as
Yeah,
well.
you
So
gotta you
I
gotta
guess
have
that's a
that.
pretty common thing to do.
That
Um,
being said, though, we had a program one time at a community center with like a bunch of like youths, maybe
mhm.
like 30 or 40 people, and the guy in charge ordered all pineapple pizzas.
All of them?
All of them. And I'm like,
Oh
bro, what are you
my.
doing? Like, whether you love pineapple or you hate pineapple, like you don't ever get like there's certain toppings you never get for a crowd unless you know everyone, right? Like you don't get
Yeah,
any controversial toppings. You don't get pineapple. I'd say you avoid jalapeno and banana peppers because some people can't eat spicy.
for sure, for
You
sure.
get the
Yeah,
safe
I
ones.
feel like the only thing, if you're gonna go all in on one pizza, the only thing you can do that with is cheese, right? Because like that's just
Yeah, like
some people don't even like pepperoni, which I'm all for pepperoni, but some people don't even like that. So you have to have a little bit of variety at least.
yeah, like you can you can do mushroom, you can do green peppers, you can do
Totally, totally.
like they're safe toppings that most people will enjoy, but not pineapple, man. Like come on.
Yeah. I'll say my personal favorite non-traditional pizza is definitely the chicken Alfredo one. Have you ever had that?
I
Where you
have
have
not, but
Alfredo sauce instead of the tomato sauce, and
I've
you've
had
got a
one
couple
that
cups of
had
cheese, chicken on
garlic
top.
parm sauce.
Ooh, that'd be good.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good, but
that'd be
I
good.
haven't had the Alfredo one. This
Uh,
so actually here they have some butter chicken pizzas, and
mm-hmm.
I've never had the strength to try it because I'm like gonna buy a big pizza and it tastes like crap, then like you're stuck with the like I know they say like like bad pizza is still like still pizza, right? Still pretty good. But I've had some really bad pizzas where I'm like, yo, like I don't like I'll eat like veggies, like not even grilled veg. I'll eat soggy veggies instead of this pizza, bro.
Oh gosh, okay. That must be a really bad pizza then.
It was so bad. It was so bad. There's also some really good places here. There's one up north, about 20 minutes from me, that has like New York style pizza,
Hmm.
which you don't see that often. And then there's one in downtown that has halal deep dish pizza. It's not the same
Okay.
as the one that you get in Chicago because that one's just really good,
Yeah.
but it's still pretty good. Also, there's a
Absolutely,
big debate
absolutely a
about
fan of
pie versus
New
pizza.
York pizza, personally.
Oh, I love New York pizza. That New York pizza, deep dish, but there's also a controversy about is deep dish pizza actually pizza or is it more of a pie?
I think it's absolutely pizza. It's just a different style, you know.
Yeah,
It's still the same ingredients, still served relatively the same way, but it's not too horribly different where, you know, it's a whole different dish entirely.
yeah, it's blurring the line. Should not have
Ju-
had this conversation.
yeah.
I'm so hungry.
I'll just talk about food, making even more hungry,
Yeah,
hoping maybe that this doesn't go to the 3 maps for you.
I'm really
But
hoping
for the rest
that
of
it's
us, we're hoping
fair.
it does because we here at CSC love a good 3 map series, especially with 2 teams like this.
Yeah. Okay, so Mathematician on the CT side, like we guessed, Ronin on the T side. CTs, 3 guys by armor, Zuck again with the kit but no util, and Mr. Miter with the smoke nade and a flash. T side, they go all util except for, or sorry, all armor except for one with the util. That's Ben. And they're just gonna play slow, but they're leaning towards B. I assume they're gonna wait for some aggression and then go, or maybe play on contact. It looks like they're going for contact.
They may just contact this and a little bit of util setup as well. So actually, I
This is the
believe that may be a
right
smoke
gen.
for Gen.
I believe that's right side gen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the flash.
There's the hit. Flash comes out. Blinds Asbestos.
Really good flash.
Butterdog finding the kill on the Zuck. Asbestos holding his own though. Finds 2. Allowed to find the second headshot. A little bit of a misplay from Ronin, but they will take the site, bomb down, and have the advantage now. Mr. Miter pulling it back though, clawing it back to a 2v2. Pork Lady as well chiming in, and now beat Butterdog, the only one left, very low. Does stick up the first one, finds the second one. Now left 1 HP versus 12, 13 HP between them. Bomb is planted, no kit.
There's a
So
kid
one
on site
shot,
somewhere,
one
but
shot
he
will
needs
end it.
one shot. Oh, he needs to.
And it
Wow,
will be Butterdog to sit
what a
down
clutch!
Pork Lady on the rafters,
What an
finding the
absolute
first round.
clutch! That initial flash from Ben, full blinded both guys on site. And Basto somehow managed to not only find one but find 2, and it's a 2v1 with the guy on 12 HP, and he managed to kill both of them without getting hit at all. That's absolutely insane from him.
That is huge. Yeah, to find that dink on the high HP player when it was that 2v1, that made it
He
possible
dinked
for
both.
him.
He dinked both actually, I believe.
Yeah, no, with the one, yeah, the one was already low.
One was
The mid push coming in now, and Bestos finding the first kill. And he will find the bomb as well. Aggresses though, while reloading, that was a little bit different from him. That will allow Ronin to swing back things in their favor.
See if Mental can pick anything up here. Zuck does have an SMG. Oh, Mental's gonna get caught here running.
Yeah, the sound cues, you really have to watch on this map. You can pretty much hear anything. So, they know where they are, and Icarus, finding that last kill, but really where that went down was right below Great, outside of ramp, so.
Relatively clean round for the
Relatively
T's. They
clean.
only lose one.
Yeah, good on Ronin for pulling that out after finding after losing the first player there
So
in that
Zuck was the one that
4v5.
bought an SMG, and now he's forced onto a Maz with no util.
Wonder if
Mental
that
and
was a calculated play or just a miscommunication on that second round buy.
it could be worth the risk sometimes. A hero
It could,
SMG
absolutely
on
could.
an anti. Birdog finds Zuck, the guy with the FAMAS. He did have a Galil. So we got 4 Galils and SMG, so it looks like. Oh, good nade. Really good nade.
Ooh,
Butterdog
great
has
nade.
SMG.
Allows Bestos to find the first one and bring Shusho down low. Shusho, though, does find the kill and
Oh,
the site. Pork
Lady.
Lady kind of sandwiched between 2
He
players.
knows
He's
there's
hunting
one
this
there.
player that he hears running around, and Stin finds the kill, but they're
That's
still outside of the site.
That's
So
a
that's a
really big kill from
great
Stin.
shutdown on the flank, but
Yeah,
bomb
really good.
planted for ramp.
Yeah, really good from Stin to manage to get one of the guys, the CT guys. Pork Lady does trade it, but it's a 2v3 with no time and looks like no kit. If Stin didn't get that kill, it's a 3v3 and they have a kit as well, so potentially winnable round. But good job from the T's. They win the bonus round. They lost a Gwil and an SMG, but they hold. And now the CTs are relatively broke. They have 2 guns. Maybe they'll drop a couple over. Maybe they'll save. Let's see what they do here. This is good start from the Ronin. This map is such that it's either really CT sided or really T sided, depending on the teams. But
Yeah, and the Ronin just looking to take control of that T side. And it looks like an investment does come out from the Mathematicians here, as a fast ramp play does also come out from the Ronin.
only 2 players though, so it looks
Only
like they're
2
trying to draw
players, yeah.
rotates because bomb is on the other side. I
Drawing
like
some
this play.
util out. I do like this play as well. Yeah, it draws a lot of util out and gets the B guys aggressive, so you may get a pick there early. And if the bomb, like it is positioned over to that side, you can find a quick opening.
That's the timing.
But only if Butterdog does not miss his shots. And Bestos, he does not miss his shots. Finds the kill.
See if
So
Shushu can do something here. Stin knows that they're there.
Here's the running ramp, but he's
smart
pulling
from
up ramp
CTs.
now.
Really smart from CTs to not overly aggress there because they know they're waiting. Better to just sit back and you know let your A guys hold on to the site.
Absolutely.
A lot of util here, and oh, mental might.
Oh, mental falling back just at the wrong time. Sees the foot and tries to turn back around, but Shusho finds him.
Mr. Miter goes too aggressive, but Forkley does manage to trade it, so 1v3, where he gets spotted, and so
1v3, yeah, that trade on Mr. Miter, that push is totally worthwhile because he finds the first kill to really throw things in his team's favor and counting on his teammates to back him up and trade him out. And they do just that. So, good play from him, good play from Zach, good play from everyone there on Mathematicians. Possibly another fast A coming out here, this time with more players and the bomb behind it. Will be 3 Ronin up fast ramp, getting in front of that smoke. The op being the leader here on Icarus. A little bit stalled now with some util, but side hall being taken. Mental may be caught out again, side hall. Will be caught out by B-Nogs. Spider maybe looking to trade him, doesn't quite see him through that smoke of the Molotov. That is a very common thing to happen. And now the util and the smoke's taking control of the A site. And it will be Mathematicians to possibly look to retake this, as the bomb will go down on the, looks like the front of site. Mr. Miter burning a little bit, down to 7 HP. The T's gathering up, all 5 of them still alive towards ramp. Stin finding the first one. This may be a save call here from the Mathematicians. Stin looking to hunt some as well, though. Ronin definitely want to make sure they maintain control of the momentum here and don't allow them to save a whole lot. But it will be a 4th round regardless for them. Couple AKs, 3 AKs actually, saved over. So again, Mathematicians not coming out of this round entirely empty-handed, but definitely without a win.
Yeah, good job from the T's to take another round. CTs do have enough money to drop a couple guns over. T side, you know, they're starting to build up the economy, not fully, but a little bit, and they are gonna buy up an op on Icarus. CTs, I don't think they can afford that just yet.
They do see an op
Op
down on the
there is an op
ground
there.
there.
Yeah, Ambassador's
It will
dead.
be best just to pick that up, not surprisingly.
So interestingly, they're playing one mid who's fairly aggressive, 2B and 2A. Usually the setup you see is, you know, one mid, 1B, 2A, and then the last guy elevator, so you can play both.
Yeah, and if you're gonna
Or
play
guys
just one mid, it's usually pretty passive. Like you said, they've been kind
yeah,
of aggressing that area here so far.
and they're pushing quick. Pork Pity does pick up a big kill here. Metal can't pick up once he gets traded by Shisho.
Can't be swinging out like that when you're isolated. Shushville
Yeah,
punishes it.
no trade potential there. Bastos does pick up a nice wall bang there on Ben,
Quite a
and
nice
they're gonna
shot.
fall back and looks like they're gonna group up for ramp, but let's see what they do. So now it really depends on the team, but generally in this scenario I'd like to have 1A 1B, um, and the other 2 guys maybe boost in mid and elevator in mid so you can go for a quick rotate.
Mm-hmm.
The T's are going to go for what looks like contact. They're reaggressing back to mid and B stairs, it looks like, for the mini map.
Yeah, the
So here,
bomb and one other
Flash.
player grouping up B stairs. Flash lined up to support them once they call for that. But even
There's a lot
after
of
that, Shushville
flash
will be a
behind
little
them.
bit isolated.
I like the spot from Ambastos too, especially with an op. It's really, really hard because Obi does miss
It
the
is a
shot.
great spot. Unfortunately, won't be able to pick up any kills off of it. And the double nade comes in to knock
Kobe,
him out. Butterdog finding one on the rifle as well. And well, there's Shusho from the mid position. Now on to B site, finding the last kill.
and now
Leaving
he's
Mr.
there now.
Miter by himself. Making noise on the drop off. Tried not to, but they know he's there now. Shusho will call that out. Looking for the close
Oh, you
kill.
see the
Sees the
shadow?
shadow. Does he? Yep, he will. Swing. Sees the shadow and finds the kill. Now this is
There's a
doable.
second.
Does it the kid as well. So he has time, but he has a spray. He has a spray and it nails Butterdog. And we'll find the kill, find the defuse, and find a second round. Keep Mathematicians from going down too much in this early half.
That's a really good retake there from Mr. Meister. They really needed that because otherwise their eco is, I mean, their eco is already like kind of tight, but it would have been absolutely broken. And a really good 1v2 clutch there. The Ronin are going to be a little bit upset about that because they got those couple kills in mid real quick. But they do have enough money to buy up again, so let's see what they do. Interestingly, we see an SMG and 4 AKs. So definitely doable. You usually want to put the SMG somewhere short range, maybe mid.
Yeah, I would say
Early
like
on
wait for their aggression mid. That's all they've been doing. So
plus
possibly,
an SMG is really good on the after plan because if you're on A you can play side haul, or if you're on B you can play generator. So it's good for those short ranges. It's really hard to take the site with SMG, but that's what you have the other 4 AKs for.
it does look like they'll be using those AKs to take some space towards the A ramp. Maybe not the full hit coming in just yet, but definitely pushing the CTs back. And there's the hit. There's the exec. Smokes come out. Molotov to keep Sidehall from being taken over, but Beanogs finding the kill onto Mental.
Super aggressive here for
Mr. Miter. Here's the plant right next to him. Sprays over his head. Falls back. Bomb will go down. Yeah, that's so difficult to get out of. With the gap in the smoke, he was looking to take advantage of it and try to stop the plant. 4v3 now as Pork Lady finds the first kill. Stin picking up one with the SMG. And it's going to be an from Bestos. He's going to want to keep this op up. Maybe he's thinking about it. Maybe he's thinking about it if he can find an opening here. Should be falling off though pretty soon.
Yeah,
he will do just that.
He doesn't have enough health to go for this.
Doesn't have, yeah.
It's a good round from the T's. The CTs, I think they were a little bit too aggressive there. I get the want to try and plant. I'm guilty of it myself, but on a map like Vertigo, where the retakes are so plentiful, especially on A site, I'd much rather have the 4v4 clutch, or sorry, 4v4 retake, than being down 4-3 and in that situation.
100%.
Bastos has full util and everything, but he's the only one with a gun, and he's gonna solo hold B. And we get 3 guys rushing mid, looks like.
Then finding 2 of them before Zuck puts him down.
He should be able to pick up that AK, so doable around it. Hopefully you get something, but Icarus shuts him down. The lurk here from Butterdog.
Oh, and Bastos falling off the box. He has to hit that shot. He doesn't, and goes down, and now Zuck left alone to try and save, looking like he's backing off towards T-spawn.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be one that Bestos is upset about. Never feels good when you position yourself and fall off the box, and well, being in the air, you're not really able to hit a good shot. So.
He landed him up too, but it was just because the falling motion.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Is inaccurate. So not just that, but they lose the op, and he's definitely not gonna be able to buy an op next round. Zuck might be able to afford one, depending on their loss bonus. That's rough. Icarus
oh man, Icarus finding the kill. 0-8 on mental right now. Again, we talked about there's not really a standout player in Mathematicians, so there's some of this ability, some of this space to have one player not have a not so good map, but they definitely need to see him coming alive and contributing here in a little bit if they're gonna want to take this round away from the Ronin.
Especially because the Ronin are on the verge of winning the half. Mathematicians really need a streak of rounds here to stay in the game. Again, like Nuke, you never know, especially in Prospect. It's not clearly defined as one-sided or not always. No, Butterdog gets a massive double entry. Pork Lady here to see if he can get anything done.
Good flash. Finds the first kill. He's low. Repositioning for the second peek at White Box. Goes back in with mollied out Jen. Smokes force him back. May go for the jump. Is he going to make it? Yes, he will. Oh, but won't quite be able to find the first kill. Shusho just looking the right way. Down to Mr. Miter in a 1v3. And, well, now you're getting to the point where, yeah, the save looks tempting, but he really needs something done, so he may end up going for it, especially finding that first kill. Now, though, knowing where he is, that op's trained on him. Icarus, uncharacteristic missed shot there, allows Mr. Miter to pull up a little bit closer to the Gen. Takes the peek at single box. Smokes off.
No on time. I don't think he has any.
Yeah, too late. It's too late.
Good job to get the gun out of their hand, but they built up a decent amount of money to be able to buy up again. So.
Won't have too much of an effect on them.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a save or at best a light buy from the CTs. So they really need to start winning some rounds here.
Mm-hmm. A little bit more aggression put towards mid here. Not a whole lot. Pork Lady holding a. It's about a halfway aggressive, halfway passive position depending on how you play it. And now he's falling back all the way. So
They did
um,
force up into this round around the M4.
yeah, very very strange buy here. I
Zuck
don't
with an
see the
efficient
auto
buy.
shotty in the MP or the UMP too often.
Is it
But
UMP
Investo's looking.
legal?
Yeah.
That's interesting to see. Porkley does go down in mid. And Bastos in a really good spot if he. Ooh, well, he
Ooh, if
doesn't
that
spread.
fire doesn't spread, they may
They
not
should
clear
get a
him.
free kill here, depending on the timing. But they got.
Does find the first player and is able to fall back around side hall. Gets away with it. Not able to grab the AK though, so
And it's a
him being
1v4.
the only one, that would have been a great play, but he'll be hunted down here pretty quickly.
Ooh.
Not before
97.
scaring Icarus.
Those are the worst ones to see when you hit him for so much but don't get the kill.
Mm-hmm. I have to wonder what the communication was like around that buy. If that was just a desperation buy, or if they know that they were going to be on a double anyway, so might as well try and find something, or what it was. But
Yeah, I'm not sure what their last bonus was. Oh, Stin there. Stin and Butter.
kills.
They do.
Didn't able to pull the AK back out and find Zach. Butterdog finding a second kill as well. That will be
mental, and he gets cut.
mental to go down again.
0-11 for him. That's really rough to see.
That is tough, and that's again we're talking about that mental game and the team aspect early on, where you lose the game in such a close fashion. It's your map pick, but we have to also think about the individual one when when mental is just not performing, and no pun intended, but this really is a mental game. So you have to draw out a little bit of some presence on the scoreboard, hopefully, to get back into it.
Pun was absolutely intended on. Let's see if Ambassadors can get the pick. He does on Icarus. That's pretty big.
Not sure if he saw the bomb drop or not. Oh, he did. It is up
did.
on the concrete and not on the ramp. So
Oh, really good flash.
great flash.
Full blind there. This is big from Shusho. He needs to be able to get this kill on Miter. And he
Takes
does.
control of side hall. Finds the kill. Forces Zuck back off the angle, and Umbesto's still back towards heaven, but Butterdog a little bit further away. Maybe able to find Mantle in the back here, but
yeah, if he walks the whole way, he should be able to get one, but they're going to be aware of it. It's all about the timing here.
And it's going to be kind of low after that. Mental coming back to the B site. He may look. He may look for this.
Ooh, the timing.
Ooh, did he see his gun barrel? No, he didn't.
Oh, he's gonna let him go.
Butterdog, the trigger discipline. This is a smart play. Sees him turning towards him, so he will go ahead and take the shot. Flank does come in. Butterdog finding a second kill. Down to Umbestos. Already found one in the round. He needs the 3-piece to complete the third round.
This was a 4v2, and now it's a 1v2. This is really, really tough for the Mathematicians' mental game here.
That just shows such good presence of mind from the Ronin to be able to come back from a 4v2 like that. And it was a good 4v2 as well. The way that Mathematicians acquired it, can they pick it up? Yes, down to a 1v1 now. Bestos.
No smoke, no kit though.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough from him. Finds the kit, does pick one up, and a smoke actually. Is that? Smokes the bomb. Oh, but he sees the as he goes in, and Butterdog with a huge flank and a huge finish to the round.
That will absolutely destroy the Mathematicians mentally there. They had a 4v2, an easy round where they should have closed out, and they lose out in that manner. You know, it's really tough. Really, really good job for Butterdog and Shusho, I think was that the one.
I believe so. Yeah. And yeah, look at this scoreline, 10-2. That's where you start to get a little bit worried.
He's gonna get cut out here in Bastos. Yeah, he does.
Final aggression, not ready for the second player. Spots the shoulder of the one and gets the free kill, but doesn't really have much impact. And down to Zuck. One kill already in the round, but gonna have to save that AK if he wants to have a chance for his team to pull out one or two more.
Did they have full loss bonus, I think now? They should,
I
right?
believe so. They should.
So they might be able to buy in next round. Zuck can probably drop one over. That's really tough. You know, they were in the game for a lot of the time, but that one that last round I think just broke them a little bit. And it,
Absolutely.
especially because in Prospect, you know, it's not like these guys are pros that, you know, do this for a living, or, you know, that spend 10 hours a day training. You know, it's really difficult to have such a strong mental game, uh, especially in a game where Counter-Strike, right, where like confidence is 90% of the game.
Yeah.
Really good headshot there from Zuck, but
Yeah, they're hunting him down, but
took
he's
him
holding
down.
them off. Good positioning, too, around this box, isolating the fights.
That's a silent drop for Mick. I guess the timing. That's an op there as well if he wants to save that.
One more,
Uh,
but too much. Shusho finds the kill and saves the op.
I think he got just a little over egregious there. He should have just you know, tried to save. I know he can buy up, but now he can't drop. So one of his teammates is gonna either have no util with the M4, or he's gonna have to go with the FAMAS or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
but he picks up a
and,
nice.
and, and even the economy damage that those 2 kills do is not
It's
really
not
much
really
at
worth it.
all. Not worth it at all. So pistol push coming out, Butterdog and Icarus clean it up easy on the B site. 3v5 already, the minute 38 to go. Do see an MP9 on Mr. Miter, may be able to get something done on that. And Pork Lady's still having a pretty good game himself. Finds, yeah, just as I was getting ready to say, Deagle headshot there. Not gonna be able to recover a gun though. It's defended by Butterdog, who finds the first kill, looking for the second, and he'll find it.
So interesting piece of news from the other semi-final game where we have the Spaghettis and the Assassins. Spaghettis have won 2-0. They won 16-0 on Overpass and
16-0.
16-13 on Mirage.
A 16-0 in the quarterfinals.
I don't think
That's
we've had one all
huge.
season. A
I don't
16-0.
think we have. Yeah, we got close. We got close with one, but
We were close, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so they were actually down 4-11 on Mirage, and they brought it all the way to 16-13. So that's I hate, you know, you hate to see that as a player. That's so rough
yeah, that's
mentally.
so tough. That's not a fun way to end the season. But
Yeah.
congrats to the guys on Spaghetti, Rask, and T Noodle. They put together a good lineup this year. So
Yeah, Bronzy's killing it right now. Literally killing it.
Bronzy is the star of Prospect. Mr. Miter looking to be the star of Ramp as he finds one, not quite the second. Had to hold off that push, but Shusho a little bit faster on the gun there. Will
Yeah,
pick up the trade.
I got a little bone to pick with them about Bronzy. Definitely should have been in Challenger. He was, to be fair though, he was face at level 1
Yeah,
coming
and
into
the
the season,
combine's
and the
performance.
combines he did decent. Not like, I mean, I think he had a 1.4 rating in the regular season. That's absolutely insane. That's a big kill, by the way, from Ambastos there as well.
This
So
is a big kill.
4%.
A lot of big kills going on this round.
This is the
As
last round of half
Mathematicians are
too.
able to, yeah, last
Man,
round,
what?
they're still looking to take something in this half. Take their
Still
pride a
doable.
little bit forward. And Mental picking up a kill as well, so
Yeah.
good for
This is
him.
like,
Hopefully shows a little bit more in the next half. Beanogs, though, looking to do all he can. Has a little bit of util and a little bit of time, 30 seconds.
Ben's a good
Um,
player. He's
he's a
smart.
good player. He's a great player, yeah. He can do something here. But he's got to do it fast, whatever it is, because that's 10 seconds down, 20 left.
He tried
Has
the
to
fake,
be
but I
the
don't think they
commitment
heard
at
it.
this point. And he'll
He,
start making noise, and that'll confirm that it is A.
he just doesn't have the time. Yeah, he doesn't have time.
Yeah, he may have had a little bit of time, but Mental's there to clean it up.
That's a case of, you know, too big brain to play for Prospect.
Hmm
He tried the fake to go to B. I think he just didn't have
Absolutely.
enough time to commit to it.
Absolutely. And when you're having a game like you are right now, you may just want to sometimes rely on your aim,
Yeah,
rely on
same.
the momentum you have. So, but still, again, overall, an amazing half for Ronin. You see
Yeah, look at
that massive
Butterdog.
7 or 8 round
Butterdog with
win streak there.
26, and he's entering from for the most part. So that's, you know, that's been the main thing. Again, you know, 3-12. It's it's yeah, it's a sucky scoreline, but it's very doable. Like, you know, Spaghettis were down 4-11. They won 16-13. So definitely doable. And we see Miter
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Bastos with
absolutely
a
doable.
lot of util damage. So let's see what they can you know, go with us. T side. Oh, Butterdog's got no armor here. He's gonna get picked off. Oh, gets the safety. He needs him to kill there. Got one.
Same
That's
pistol
pretty good, but
plan
that was a
of
big-
B rush from the Mathematicians, and they do get the entries, do get the bomb down.
Oh, that's a big kill from Icarus. Very big
Huge,
kill.
huge kill.
Can they get? They don't really need to fight this. That's a big kill from Bastos too. Momentum swing on this round.
Vnog's looking to put some pressure on them, not let them sit back and play for the angles. Mr. Miter's
trade.
happy to fight, happy to take those fights. He finds 2 of them, 3 overall in the round, so that's a good start for the Mathematicians. They'll be happy with that.
So let me get your opinion. Tech 9 underrated?
I think the Tech 9 is absolutely underrated. Even on like pistol rounds, we'll usually see like P250s be the go-to upgrade, but when you're playing fast on some of these like close angle sites, like the Inferno B site or Mirage towards the B site as well,
Just the running accuracy plus
yeah,
the one-shot headshot is
it can be
absolutely.
very, very powerful and really even out a round just as much as a deal can.
Ooh, dinks him.
Dink
Full
onto
save
Investos,
from the CTs, by the way.
and he goes down to Bnogs, AK
And
in his
Bust
hands now, or Galil, excuse me.
picks up
But not enough. Mr. Miter and Mental both finding kills.
Oh, that's a big kill
Down
from
to
Ben.
Bnogs and Shosho, both low, and Mental will pick up one. Zuck will pick up the other. That'll be a solid second round. A little bit of a fumble, but a bonus round. So bonus round still secured. Excuse me. So for this round, a couple Galils are still up, and 1 or 2 will upgrade.
Good job from the CTs to be able to get 2 kills. They almost got the third. And interesting that they're not going for full buy, they're going for light buy, so they can buy ops presumably next round.
Yeah, well,
Really
they have the round space to do that,
yeah.
so doesn't matter if they give up this one as well.
Hero SMG from Butterdog. If you can get a couple kills, they might be able to win the round. Interesting that they're going for a B rush and bring the build into the AK zone.
Yeah, especially knowing they'll be on their opponents will be on pistols and SMGs, but it is working out for them. Mental finding the entry, smoke's going down. Mr. Miter getting one trade. Vnogs finding one as well, and trades go both ways. But the Mathematicians come out on top with a 2v1, and it will be a 2v0 now as Mental picks up the last round. And yeah, now he's starting to swing. 7 and 15 was 2 and 14 at the end of that first half, so big impact so far in this T side. So good for him for staying in the game and looking to the future.
Yeah, good round. They Ronin did a lot of damage, and they have the money to buy full with an op. So let's see what happens here.
Icarus finding the opening kill into Zuck with the op. That'll be towards mid. Again, that op is very powerful in these one done fallback angles. So fall back now to scaffolding there in mid.
Yeah, CTs are really good job on not being overly aggressive, which you do see a lot in prospect. It works sometimes. You have to know when to do it.
Yeah, you have to learn to temper that aggression for sure. Molotov to try and push Stin out, and they confirm that he's there. The smoke goes down to save him.
They do have, but they only have one nade. Yeah, so where a nade stack would be nice. So let's see how much damage that
Nade
does.
will go there.
Hits him for half. If they had another one, he'd be pretty much dead. There's a second volley.
Like a
and he
Molotov force
catches
him out, and Mr. Miter's there for the kill.
So they're gonna go quick off that, but there are 3 already here. So let's see what.
The hit's lacking a little util on the Mathematicians T side. Only a Molotov and a flash.
How did that molly go behind?
I really don't know. I think he jumped off of that, but I don't know. Regardless, though, the round going in the favor of Ronin. As
They
that
kind
hit
of
comes in,
telegraphed.
it was slow. It was a little bit uncoordinated, and there was already I think 3 or 4 rotates
Four guys
there.
there. Yeah.
So
They telegraphed it a little bit. I think they
yeah,
should have either the thing is when you take that early fight, they know you're there. So you gotta either go quick off that, or if you're waiting, then wait long enough so that they suspect that you might be going back to the other site.
yeah. Even off that sandbags kill, once they finally dealt with that player there, it may have been a good idea to back off a little bit. You have some time left in the round.
Just sit and chill. No need to
Yeah,
rush.
yeah, absolutely. So Mathematicians
5
now
equals
forced
here.
onto a full deco. And a fluff smoke there from Icarus, but it doesn't matter. He'll just hold the
Are we
angle.
sure this is not
Info
an
there to
AP?
support him. We're still finding 2. Both players in the boost, and
And another. Are we sure
another
this is
for
not an?
Butterdog.
Sorry, are we sure this is not an NA game? I've seen so much misutil.
Well, you know, we haven't seen anyone accidentally fall off the map yet, so at least we've confirmed that you're not playing.
No one's nated themselves either, so that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Good kill from Icarus on the USP. Interesting, he chose to go for the USP actually. Maybe he knew that he was low.
Yeah, having the op would just be better to have the follow-up shots, I think.
Yeah.
6 and
Yeah, ops is
14.
one and done in that range, right? So if you
6
miss,
and
then
14 for Mathematicians. It's a long way to walk back. We did talk about, you know, the possibility of comebacks, and it is never over till it's over, but this is going to be a difficult one for them to pull off, especially with such a economy on both sides the way it is.
Yeah, CTs have built up enough of an economy to be good for pretty much the rest of the game. Unless the Mathematicians go on like a really good long streak.
Great dink there from Icarus, or sorry, onto Icarus. Missed the shot on the op he did, and suffered for it. But did have a wall in his way, so the AK didn't reach its full potential of one tapping there. But forces him off the angle nonetheless.
He has the right gun though, you know, when you're low HP, the op is like
Mm-hmm.
generally the only gun you can really, unless you're Scream and you just headshot everyone with the AK.
No, but he went to that other FPS that we don't talk about, so.
Yeah, there's. I've not heard of anything. That's a big double, by the way, from Mr. Mental and now Ambassos too. They got a lot of M players, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Three.
Penchant for that.
Oh, man.
A little bit of an alphabet game, you know, with 3 M players on one side and the 3 Bs on the other. Or 2 Bs, I guess.
2 Bs and 2 S's.
2 Bs and 2 S's.
That's
4 players alive on one side and
really
0 on
round.
the other, as Mathematicians win that round. So
Ambassos
again,
does pick up
a
the
long
op as
walk
well.
back, but they've started that walk, so
I think it's
they'll
the
look to
first round
finish
that
it.
Ambassos has an op, right? On T side.
I think on the T side, yeah, we haven't seen much come out from him.
Let's see if we can get something done against Icarus here. Oh, we can see both of them go for the mid. Looks like it.
Icarus going off towards the B site. When Ambesso's posted on the angle for the early aggression, he'll sit behind that generator in T-spawn. It's a good position of cover.
Yeah. Let's see what they can do here. Slow and steady is what they're going for. Looks like they're leaning towards A.
Yeah, slow A default, yeah. The smoke did stop them from any possible rush they wanted to do, but I don't think they want to do that anyway. They want to try and draw this out a little bit and see what Ronin's late round playbook is.
Big
Ambessos, great entry onto mid with the op, fine stint.
Interesting for him to be the first one in with an op though.
Yeah, it really is for him to swing out that wide, but makes it work. Smoke coming in for CT. Beanox watching to
really
make the
good
most of it,
there.
and yeah, even blind, he's able to get that kill. Knows exactly where his opponent will be peeking at. Removes it back to a 4v4.
Interesting to see Beanox on an M4A4 instead of the A1S now. Like
it is. Two,
yeah,
Butterdog as well on that.
Big kill from Susho, can you get another?
Oh no, he's gonna fall off. He's gonna save that position.
Just
drop the molly.
There he is.
And that's a good force back from him to not overly aggress and make sure that they still have 2 angles of attack on that cornered player now. So they'll move up onto 15 and are 1 round away from securing their semi-final berth.
Really unlucky there because they had Susho and Butterdog on one shot. But,
yeah, they're quite low, but
finish the
Matt series point now. So it looks like a B rush. The flash comes out. Will force Butterdog to push off the angle and use the molly. Smoke's coming out. Zuck finding the entry. Susho blind, finding 1, finding a second, finding a third as they line up for him.
That's
1 player mental left in this position and looks to be supported by Zach. But with the SMG, he has to hold on to that trigger. Does find the first kill and Susho doesn't try to trade. But now he knows where he is. Now he can isolate the fights on Pork Lady.
Oh, that's
good positioning from Susho, but Pork Lady has better aim. Now a 2v2, recovered from that early 3k on from Susho. And they'll look to maybe recover the bomb. Oh, doesn't quite get it as he peeks out, mental. But he is now upgraded on the M4. 2 rifles against a rifle and an op. Smoke comes out, buys him a little bit of space. Molotovs to push Icarus out of position, but he's on an angle in the gap,
Oh,
finds the
nice
first
shot.
one, looking for the second one, finds the second. Beautiful
And he
flick to
gets it.
close out the game. And that'll be it. Ronin 16-7 against the Mathematicians on Vertigo
The
to
same.
win.
It's the same thing there that they did, right? They knew they were both there, and they just kept throwing their util and making noise. So
They
they didn't
did. They
have
had
to worry. They
they
had
had the
bomb control
chance to
too, so
fall
they could
off.
have got it.
They had a minute or so left, and the smoke down could have fallen off, but they elect to keep pressuring this B site, and could have worked out, but it doesn't work out for them. Icarus with a great play there.
Yeah, great double op. He got both of them were flicks as well. So really good game coming in from the Ronin side. I think the mathematicians were there. They
Hmm.
just had a couple of rounds that broke them a little bit. That one 2v4 or sorry 4v2 class that they lost, I think just mentally just broke them on that one. So it's really unfortunate to see, but good job on the Ronin to be so
Yeah,
consistent with their kills that um they were able to do that. So
absolutely.
I think we should bring some guys in for some interviews here.
It'd be nice if, yeah, we could get a
See if we can get Butterdog.
couple interviews. Yeah, okay, yeah, we can totally
He
get.
was the top frag.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think Max might also be available for a little bit of
Hmm.
shenanigans.
Shenanigans. We can we're always down for shenanigans. But yeah, congrats to Freeman and the Mathematicians. First year for this first season for this franchise, so to make it to playoffs for Prospect, it's still very respectable. So good stuff for them. Sorry to see them go out this way, but I know they'll be happy with what they accomplished. So
To be able to get into playoffs in such a competitive tier, right? Like they had the opportunity to get a bye, which unfortunately they didn't, but they made playoffs when a lot of teams didn't. Yesterday or not yesterday, last match day Tuesday was really big for playoff implications.
yeah,
Even the fact that they made playoffs is pretty big. So really good to hear to see that. Yeah. Okay. So Butterdog is here. We're gonna drag him in. Hello there.
congrats, man. Congrats on the win. Congrats on the
Thanks.
semifinal play.
Nice, thanks.
So tell us from your perspective how those two games felt for you.
Um, I mean the two games, the nuke was pretty frustrating. We got off to a good first half and then, you know, got
Yeah.
frustrated getting shut down outside, ramp, rushing out A, two head strats, so we just slowed it down and stopped feeding them. And then
Yeah, absolutely.
found an opening and made it happen and then I don't know, Vertigo was just rush B and it worked.
Yeah, to
You
to
guys
be
have
honest,
a
you had like 20 something kills with like I think like 9 or 10 deaths when you were entering. So the fact that you were able to get multi-entry kills was uh really good for the team to be able to take that map control.
Yeah, my job on Vertigo is to just go B and be
Butterdog
annoying.
go kill.
And yeah, Butterdog go kill, get sight, and I got two people to have to play B, so even if I wasn't getting kills, I thought, I'm doing something, leaving gaps on other parts of the map, so
You're
So I want to
really
that's
ask
it.
about the kind of dynamic on the team. There's three of you guys, you, Shisho, and Icarus coming in from last season, but you do have two new players as well. Have you they kind of slotted into the roles left by the previous players, or did you kind of have to rebuild your uh, team here and rebuild or redefine
I
what
think
your play style is?
I think we only have one new player. Beanogs was and is the
No, you're right.
IGL.
You're absolutely right.
So
Yeah,
we have
Beanogs was on
one,
that team
but
as
we
well.
we lost Jutang, so
Hmm.
uh he was kind of the entry, so big gap of like, you know, getting that first opening and deciding where we wanted to go late round after he opened everything up. So that was kind of the biggest struggle, probably the biggest struggle we had on Nuke was, Chutang's lack of entrying and open up one of the sites. So, you know, I made it happen on Vertigo, but
Yeah, absolutely, you did.
that
Yeah.
that that gap is shown on some other maps still on our T side. So I don't know. That's kind of the biggest change. We only lost one player, but it was a pretty significant
Hmm.
person to lose.
very commanding game that you guys had on Vertigo. I think at least from our spectator perspective, I think the round that won that game for you was the 2v4 clutch that you guys had
Yep.
on A site, where a 2v4 clutch is always really hard to win, but I think that mentally just broke the Mathematicians a little bit.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was a
really hard
little
for them to
nail in
come
the
back.
coffin.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Vertigo kind of all blurred together to me. I didn't die much, and I went B the whole time, so it didn't change much for me.
Yeah, Vertigo B site's one of those, like, either you're really active or you're sitting there for as the fifth guy to rotate. So
Well, they were
uh,
mollying me off at first, so I kind of wasn't sure if they were even gonna let me do much there, or if they were just gonna molly me or smoke me off the whole game. But once teams started opening up A and mid, they kind of had to give me a little bit of space to walk up ramp and blow their heads off. So
yeah, I had a couple rounds where the lurk really hurt the other team. So great job overall. You guys are a really good team, I think, and you guys deserve it. And I'm hoping we play you guys in the finals in a little
yeah,
bit
we'll
of time.
see. We'd
That'd be
like
fun. That'd
to
be fun.
you know, go back to back and repeat. So that's the
Ah, well, no,
goal.
I don't think that'll happen, but
Yeah, well,
Absolutely no bias on the commentator side, of course.
oh, definitely not. Totally not.
so
Well, thank you for the interview. Go and enjoy with you guys. I'm sure they're very hype about that.
oh yeah, I
Forward to
mean,
seeing you guys in a
we
few
were hyped to
weeks.
convert nuke and then rolling vertigo. It was a high the whole way through. So
Yeah, 16-14 loss on Nuke, I think, hurt the Mathematicians a little bit as well. It's really, like, especially in Prospect,
on
the
their map
mental game
pick,
on their map pick as well. Like,
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
mental game
because
is
we
so
scrimmed them
important
early in
here.
the season and they rolled us kind of the same situation where we couldn't get anything going on the T side, and I think they started with us on the T side, so we weren't really sure on how that was going to go. Like the IGL and people did a little bit of review before, and they were pretty confident, but sort
So
of the same theme happened.
walk me through, like, your logic. If you guys got rolled on Nuke, were you just that confident in your demo reviews and stuff, or was it like a little bit of a chance that you guys took?
Um, I don't do the map picks. I just show up and
But go kill.
shoot people, and learn a
Fair enough.
smoke or two, and then miss it and get yelled at. So that's
Who's
my
the one yelling at
role
you?
on
Is
the
it Ben?
team.
Ben's the one
Yeah,
that's doing the yelling.
Ben Malds pretty hard at miss
Uh,
smokes. So
I'm curious. Let's
uh,
see if we can get Ben in and get his opinion on those map picks. Appreciate it though, but I appreciate the interview. Great game overall, and
yeah,
good luck
I
to you
have work
guys.
at 5 in the morning, so I
Oh
made
well.
sure
Yeah.
it was a 2 map game instead
Map
of a
pick.
3 map game. That was my personal mission of the night. So
Appreciate it. Have a good night, boys.
take it easy.
All right, let me bring Ben in here. Hey, Ben.
Hello, how you guys doing?
Good,
Doing good.
good.
Doing good.
Not as good
Uh,
as you guys though.
Yeah, felt good.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your opinion on the games, and more so, like, Butterdog told us that you guys got rolled on Nuke in preseason or a scrim or something. So I just kind of want to pick your brain and see what made you choose Nuke after you guys got wrecked on it. Was it just like
Um,
confidence in your team, confidence in the demo review?
uh, a little bit of confidence in the demo review and coming back from last season, we literally, how many games did we win on Nuke? And I felt good having 4 of the 5 still, and
Hmm.
I knew they were gonna pick it because they were either gonna pick that or Inferno with the scouting I did, and yeah.
Yeah, them being 3-0 on Nuke. Um, I was personally kind of surprised to not see you guys ban it, but it worked out for you. So I did want
Yeah.
to see about like the Vertigo pick because at least in the officials, I don't know what your scrims have looked like, but in the officials, I think you were 1-on-1 on this. So it seemed from an outside perspective to be a little bit of a gamble. Did you guys have like uh, a planned uh, or a plan for Vertigo at all, or was it just kind of, well, that's a map that we know they're not so hot on, so we'll pick it?
I had noticed that they hadn't played it in the regular season. I did
Hmm.
some scouting in their map reports and stuff, and I noticed that they didn't play it, and I noticed we played it, and I just feel really comfortable on the map. I think the rest of the team does, and Butterdog obviously loves the
Yeah,
map, as you can
yeah.
tell. he's just the rock of that B site. And yeah, I had confidence that we were gonna win aim duels, and I knew Butter Dog was gonna get his lurks in, and yeah,
Appreciate the interview and
yeah.
appreciate you letting us pick your brain on this. We're
For
definitely not
sure.
gonna
Yeah.
use that information when we play in the finals. Finals,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Well, good luck in the next round and go celebrate with your team.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So interesting. Let's take a look and see. Give a quick preview for the next matchups.
Hmm.
The Spaghettis won, which means we Team Flash are playing them,
Okay.
and then Ronin are playing Category 5, which is Cashmo's team. So, any thoughts on any of those games?
No, no, I mean not really. Other than I think Category 5 are going to be a team to watch out for. They've been pretty hot this season.
Yeah,
Um, but I think like with our team and with Ronin being on the other side of the bracket, um, the final's going to be a good game. It's going to be a pretty good game no matter who makes it through. So
yeah.
looking
I
forward to
definitely
it.
want some revenge for last season. That was
Yeah, that would
that
be
that was
nice. That'd
sounds
be
like where it's
ideal.
at. But yeah, look at look at the recent form of the teams that made it. Right, Spaghetti's recent form is 0.57. Where 0.69 categories 0.56. Ronin were the least at 0.49. But they're higher than the Mathematicians that were 0.38. So um, it's really interesting to see how the form in the last few games can make such a big difference. Um, the first game was really close. Second game, not so much for um, the Ronin. And opposite on the other hand, right? Spaghetti's 16-0 against Assassins on Overpass, which is the first
Yeah,
time I think we've
that's
seen
that's
a
crazy to
16-0 this
me.
season. But the second game, they were down 4-11, then come back to win 16-13. Like they're gonna be so hyped for that. And on the other hand, the Assassins, they're just gonna be, it's really hard to recover from a game like that. Good, they're off for the season now, but if that core stays the same, they're gonna be wanting revenge for
Hmm.
next season for sure.
Yeah, definitely want to do that. So, well, I think that may about wrap it up for us tonight.
Yep.
Thank you all for stopping by and watching. We hope to see you in the future games. Again, just a shout out to our observer and controller of the stream and voice in our heads, Firehawk, for all of his work. And with that, I think we will let you guys go. Have a good night, everyone.